Oh, hello. Oh, no, I'm not like the Lord. Let there be light. I turn on the switch. Okay, here we are. It's me and my wifey. Okay, now this is our second, I guess, this blog. If we're even doing this right. Okay, honey, let's tell them about the story of the boy in quartzsite because we've had him on hold with the mop and the what? Surfboard. Okay, you want to hold that?
Yeah.
No,
I don't want to be in it.
No, you're gonna be in it, baby. We're in it together. We're in this together.
Okay.
We're the twine behind wine. Oh no, you whine.
Tell your story.
Yes, all right. Back to the story. Back at the farm. One day in Quartzsite, Arizona, we were living at Raymond Winsky's mobile home and RV park. We knew that the flash flood was coming. We lived by this canal. Now, this canal was so wide at the bottom that you could put a diesel truck and a car that they could pass each other. Now, it was all concrete, had big concrete walls. I would say at least a truck and a car wide. You know, if you've ever been down to Los Angeles to the washes down there, cut that sucker in about a third, and that's how big it was. Okay, a truck and a diesel truck and a car could go by. The walls were just as high. In fact, people would actually run down the walls, run across the bottom, and run up the other side for exercise. It was very good. We've done it ourselves. Well, one night, we know that the flash flood is coming. It's been all over the TV and radio and blah, 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 blah. Everyone's talking about it in Quartzsite. The alarms have already went off. We know it's coming. Okay? So, up out of the wash comes our neighbor. Now, we know he is a creature of the night. Let's just call him what they are. Tweaker. Okay. Now, he has a 99-cent mop with all the little strings and this old surfboard. It had to be from the late 70s. It was one of them big old long boards. Thing had to weigh, it looked like it weighed at least 110 pounds. And he comes up out of the wash. Now he comes over the guardrail, and we're sitting there. Now I look over at my wife and say, honey, you don't suppose he's going to try and ride that surfboard
Yes, he is.
in that flood? Well, as it's known here in the desert, flash flood. And if you know what that means, you can go from having dry ground to be under 20 feet of water in the blinking of an eye. That's why it's called a flash. In a flash, it's there, dude. Now, he starts climbing back over the railing. So me and my wife, we have now gotten up out of our front row seats to watch the flood because the canal ran right through basically our front yard. There's about 50 yards from our front yard that was the canal. Well, we go walking over there, and sure enough, the siren had sounded. The flood was on its way. Here it comes raging around the corner. And this fool is climbing the fence. And I'm like, yo, dude, you ain't gonna. He said, yeah, I'm gonna take this surfboard and he pointed the opposite direction. The opposite direction of the flow of the water. And this stuff is raging about 100 miles an hour. It's incredible. It filled up that entire canal. I mean, if you could walk on water, you could have walked from one side to the other. I mean, this sucker was full, and I mean, it's deep. You know, if you ever been in one of those canals, especially up on Quartzsite, Blythe, they're deep. Okay, and so I literally had to physically grab him, pull him down, and then my wife stepped in between us and was talking some sense to him, and then it's like the methamphetamines let go of him, the demon let go of him, or the curse of methamphetamines, because there are curses now. All right. Let go of him, and he's like, dude, do that. I was just like, joking, dude. No, dude, homie, you weren't joking, homie. You were so twacked out. You weren't joking. Oh, you were going to kill. Now, the bad thing about this is, we had Hobo John. He lived under the washway, because the canal to get into the property, since we were on one side of the wash and the main road was on the other side of the wash, there's a little bridge, little canal. We've got two big old cement tubes that go down. Well, Hobo John lived in one of them cement tubes. Raymond Winsky knew he was there. Everyone knew he was there. Nobody messed with Hobo John. He didn't steal or nothing. He maintained himself. He was relatively clean for a hobo, And, well, the night of the floods, me and my wife, we had walked down from Dollar General. Hobo John was home in his little cement tube, and we all knew the floods were coming. I even yelled down, "Hey, floods are coming," you know.
Yep.
We went on, and Hobo John was his pleasant self.
F you, damn Christian freak.
Yeah, I'm like, "Hey, man, whatever, dude." And we went on. Well, after the floods, the next morning, we got up. Jokingly, I said, "Hey, honey, I wonder if Hobo John got out of there in time." Well, we went to go walk down to, we were hoping the ice cream store was open, but it wasn't open. Don't I look like a confessor? Oh, Gomez! Gomez! Stop. I look like a Gomez! Well, the end of the story to John, Hobo John, not Hobo John that lives with us now. The one that was, the key word here is was. Because the next morning, we followed a trail of Hobo John's stuff all the way down this canal. I mean, there's a piece here, a piece there. But the one piece that was missing, the most important piece, was Hobo John. And Hobo John was never seen again. Do I know he got washed away? No. Do I know for a fact he wasn't there in the morning? Oh, yes. And never to be seen again, because I ended up living in that town for another year, and there was no more Hobo John. No more. So, that is our story. Pass it on. There's more to come. Oh, by the way, me and my wife, or my wife and I, ever since we've come to Arizona, we have decided, and we've already started writing it, and an issue is to come out. It is called Tweaker Times. Oh, yes. The things that we've seen, the people we've ran into, the stories we've heard, and the things we've seen. All I got to say is, my next story will be platinum.